Mr Speaker, my question is for the Minister for Skills and TAFE, representing the Minister for Agriculture. Minister, the recent fish kills in the Richmond River have again revealed the dire state of the health of the river, and we know that the Tuckean Restoration Project will be a game changer across the board. Will you commit to finalising and funding the Tuckean Restoration Plan this year?
I call the Minister. Representing the Minister.
Thanks, Mr Speaker, and can I thank the member for Ballina for her question and for her advocacy for the Tuckean project, which I know she's been talking to Minister Moriarty about. The impacts of ex-tropical cyclone Alfred on our waterways continue, and the reports of fish deaths and stressed fish increasing as poor water quality discharges from North Coast floodplains. Flooding across the North Coast catchments following the ex-cyclone presents higher risks of significant fish deaths due to poor water quality, resulting in large-scale hypoxic water quality events as a result of decaying organic matter in waterways. I can assure the member and the community that the government is taking this event very seriously and is continuing to monitor the situation with water quality and the fish deaths. I'm advised that the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development Fisheries Mass Fish Death Event Response Sub-Plan has been enacted. Fisheries and the Emergency Management Unit are supporting the EPA-led response with local councils to manage clean-up actions in key locations. Flood closures have been established at the mouths of the Richmond, Clarence, Bellinger, Nambucca and Macleay rivers to protect fish aggregations, and fisheries will continue to monitor the situation closely over coming days through water sampling and testing. Advice from this morning is that the Macleay, Clarence and Richmond rivers, it appears in those rivers, it appears as though the fish kill event has peaked. Unfortunately, dead fish will continue to be seen over coming days as the Blackwater continues to move downstream and is flushed with each tidal cycle. However, with more rain forecast across the region over the coming week, the situation will continue to be monitored closely, and fisheries scientists and fisheries officers are on the ground and will continue to monitor. In reference to the Tuckean Swamp, I acknowledge that this has been a long-standing issue for the member and the community in advocating work, and I know that Minister Moriarty is aware of the ongoing projects and funding requests, and that she will be considering that as part of budget processes. As the member would know, it is a complicated issue due to the mix of public and private ownership, but there are a range of agencies and groups involved in attempting to restore the wetlands. The Tuckean Steering Committee is a collaborative group of stakeholders, including government agencies, local councils, partner organisations, landholders, traditional owners and expert consultants to develop wetland remediation options and advance long-term restoration. Ozfish, a key stakeholder in the group, was awarded $160,000 in Recreational Fishing Trust Fund flagship grant to commission a hydrological assessment. And I've personally had the pleasure of working with Ozfish on a number of occasions when I was involved in Murray-Darling Basin water work, and they're certainly a very good organisation with a really strong record of improving fish habitat around New South Wales.
Yes, member for Ballina. Additional 2 minutes.
Thanks, Mr Speaker, and thanks to the member for Ballina. As I said, Ozfish has a terrific record in things like in inland waterways, in undertaking reef snagging and habitat restoration to make sure that we are getting healthier fish populations. In addition to this project, a number of projects to inform the draft Tuckean implementation plan have been funded by the New South Wales Government's Marine Estate Management Strategy, including reports on modelling scenarios in the Tuckean Options Study Project, cost-benefit analysis, ecologic values assessment and fish monitoring using the eDNA techniques. I lastly wanted to note the New South Wales Estuary Asset Protection NEAP program, led by the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development and co-funded by the Australian and New South Wales governments under disaster recovery funding arrangements. This was established to support the repair, restoration and regeneration of priority riparian and estuarine areas significantly affected by the February 2022 flooding. It is an issue that isn't going to be fixed overnight, but I do want to reassure the member that on behalf of the Minister that the New South Wales Government is committed to working collaboratively with relevant stakeholders to restore this area.